Oh.
Okay, it says we're live. And
Hello, everybody.
yeah, we'll let everybody kind of speak up here and see if everything's coming through clear before we get too far into it.
Okay, it says we're live.
Hello, everybody. It's not me
Hey,
this time.
There it
Not me
is.
this time.
oh, hey, you know what? This might be the last stream we do. No, we got 2 weeks.
Do we? Yeah, then we gotta figure
2
something.
weeks.
We gotta figure something else out.
Frickin' hangout thing goes away.
Yeah, they're supposed to be introducing something else, but I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I've played around with it. It's a pain in the ass. All right. So anyway, any of you out there watching, I think it says there's like 3 or 4 of you out there. Type in, say hello. If everything's coming through clear. If it ain't, well, oh well, we'll have to figure it out. Looks like it's kind of quiet here.
Oh, have y'all heard of the new thing? Pickle moonshine?
That sounds fucking amazing.
It does. I'm gonna have to make me up some. That's some pickles growing. Hello, Pat.
So we got Patrick Buchanan.
Hello, Pat.
Boys there watching, and that's the only person that spoke up.
Hey, Plowboy. Cheers.
Oh, Trapper Paul. We got Trapper Paul. I guess it might be a quiet night tonight. Oh, hey, now people are starting to. There's Jake Way.
Hey, Jake Way.
Serpent.
Serpent, I can't remember. He told me what he said his name was on there. I can't remember what it was. I apologize, Serpent. I'll try to remember, but my memory with names is terrible.
Octagon, I don't think any of us should be considered gentlemen. But hello.
Yeah, I'm kind of a gentleman when I need to be,
I'm just an ass.
Yeah, when I need to be.
I guess.
I'm an ass.
That was his name, Jacob. Sorry, Jacob. Oh.
Jake Way says, nice hat. Big hats.
Thanks, Jake. Yeah, I just got this. This is my little Grizz Mountain Man hat.
That is nice. I like that.
Yeah.
What's the size brim on that?
I think it's like a 3.5-inch brim.
3.5. That's not bad.
Yeah. Whoa! What the hell? Everything's going poinky. Oh, Dustin messaged me back.
Yeah.
I'd like a 4 or 5-inch brim, big old.
Right. Well, I ordered this before his prices went up. He's going to be getting. Can't remember when they're going up. They're going up here pretty soon, but yeah, I should have ordered next size bigger. I thought I was at 7 5/8, but I'm actually 7 3/4 because this one's a little bit tight, but it stays on my head. So,
Is it felt?
yeah, it's beaver felt.
It'll stretch.
It's the old traditional style. It's all handmade. Yeah, it's the old traditional handmade style.
Nice.
The sweatband is even hand sewn.
Nice.
So you got yourself some beaver in your head?
Yep, got my head stuck in a beaver.
You know, there was a man that went to the hospital because of that.
Yeah. All right, so things we're getting a few viewers in. We'll just go over the rules again here. As you probably all know them pretty well, but just for the new folks. First thing is we're going to keep it clean, so no talking about dick pics and shit like that. No cussing, so watch your fucking language, and absolutely no politics, and that's the only rule we really enforce. So with that, we'll go on about our dirty talking, cussing, all that good stuff. And if you got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section there. Me and Jeremy will find them eventually.
Yeah, yeah. Eventually.
So any questions you got, go ahead and post them. And then the topic of tonight's discussion is kind of, well, we always got to talk, but whether we actually go over it or not is a different story.
Yeah.
But the topic is we're going to do some history stuff about Sam Colt in Texas and how the two are pretty much related. So, any questions you got regarding to that? That's going to be the topic tonight, and I'm going to let it go a little bit longer before we get into the topic, just so we can wait for more people to join in on that.
Jeff, make sure you don't have your muted and your volume's up.
Yeah, nobody's complained about no audio, so.
So what the hell is stopping up my damn pipe? Hold on, I gotta find something.
Put that in too tight.
That sounded like that was stuck in good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Your cap locks is on too, Jeff.
Yeah.
Cap locks.
Don't let your grandkid borrow your computer. They watch porn with it.
No, that's what you do with the computer.
Gun porn, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Baby, pump that 12 gauge for me. Now we've officially broke rule number 1.
Skin that smoke wagon, baby.
Hey, Santee couldn't be here, so I had to take his place.
Oh, shit.
What, the first one he started talking about brothels or something?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, God.
Santee wasn't on 2 minutes and he brought up prostitutes and brothels.
Pull my pistol and whistle Dixie, baby.
Shit. You get Jenna Jameson to say that. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow, we went there quick.
Yeah, we sure did. We didn't even make 5 minutes. Yeah, take that back. We made it 8, so we didn't make it 10 minutes.
All right. Well, that's not too bad.
We broke a new record. Usually it takes 20 minutes for us to go there.
New record.
6-shooter says hi, so hi, 6-shooter. If we didn't already say hi, I'm already confused about where the frick we're at.
Hey, 6-shooter.
Hey, if people entertain, I'm happy. That's all I care about. That's why I started doing YouTube. Really, just entertain people.
Yeah, I did it to be educational, but I don't know how educational I really am.
We're educational.
Hell, it took me. Well, let's see. I graduated from 3rd grade and it only took me 3 years.
Yeah, right? Graduated.
See, that fixes the damn thing.
Something about God made man, but Sam Colt made man equal, more or less.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because he made the ones that couldn't shoot have a quick follow-up shot.
He made those that couldn't shoot able to shoot and miss again.
Yeah. Able to shoot a lot more faster.
And those that couldn't shoot bought a Remington.
Hey, at 35 yards, I'm putting in a head-sized target. Off-handed. With no modifications made to the revolver, thank you very much.
Things he didn't specify ahead, I'm going to guess elephant.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I can do it left or right hand, and I'm hitting in that area. And now it's about a man-size head. Actually, a little smaller. Depends on your head size. I got a big head, so.
No comment. Uh,
Yeah, I still need to get
Patrick
put.
Buchanan says, hope she watches out for the muzzle blast.
I got smoke come out my nose. That hurt. Oh.
Right.
Just call me in the time of need, and I will equalize. Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I've been going through all my history books on Colt, and I've never seen that quote ever mentioned. Never once have I seen it mentioned.
It was said by somebody.
Now, it could be that it came out after Samuel Colt passed, and that was one of just their advertising slogans. But all the stuff I've been looking at, which has been, granted, I've been looking at the stuff from 1835. Been looking at letters and stuff from 1835 all the way up to 1860. So
I actually got that from a movie, and I forget what movie it was.
Okay.
I found historical documents that, like, a couple of the frontiersmen had a few of the knockoff Colts, Patterson revolvers.
Oh yeah, there was knockoffs of them. There's Belgian copies, and there weren't too many knockoffs in the U.S. Most of them were in Europe.
Yeah, but let's face it, how long would it? Someone buys one over there, brings it over here when they immigrate.
Yeah, that could happen. It definitely could happen.
No.
And a lot of them had to start going through like proofing houses at its. I can't remember what time period. They were called Forgotten Weapons did a video on it. Colt. I think I got YouTube right here on my big ass TV. They're called Colt something or other.
Colt Beverets.
Yeah, those things. Yeah, okay.
Or Brevets.
Something like that.
Brevets.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Belgian-made copies, and some of them look identical.
Mm-hmm.
Others, you can definitely tell they're just a knockoff because they ain't even close. But there's some that I think they got an original Colt and they took and they just copied it.
And some you can tell that they started out as a Colt and then changed up a little bit.
That's like the Confederate, some of the Confederate guns.
Yeah, we got it. Serpent.
Yeah, Colt Brevets.
I know his name is Jacob. I'm just gonna call him Serpent because I'll forget in like 5 more minutes what his real name is.
So from the sounds of it, we only got 11 people watching, so we're kind of slow tonight. I think last week we had like 25 or 6.
Yeah, you
crap.
Squib loads.
Hey, there's Squib.
Hey, what's up, Squib?
Hey, don't load squibs.
Had one of those one time. It's actually a dry ball that technically constitutes a squib load. My muzzleloader, I forgot to put the powder in, and well, I didn't forget. I just didn't get enough powder in it, and dumped it down in there, and the ball got about halfway out the barrel.
That sucks.
Squib load's still at work. Dadgum squib.
Work 1, 2, 5.
Don't get in trouble with us. Well, Serpent says he's barely getting our names. Well, I'm asshole, Michael's asshole 2, and Duke is asshole 3.
Hey, this is my live chat. I'm asshole primero uno.
But 3's a bigger number than 1.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Squibload battery just went dead on my Olight. Oh, crap. So any Westerns y'all would recommend to anybody? I'm out of them.
Oh, God. I could recommend lots.
What?
Westerns that we recommend.
Oh, westerns. Oh
Yeah,
man.
I watched literally all. I went and bought John Wayne collection. I've already watched it like 12 times.
Yeah, pretty much anything with John Wayne or
And Clint Eastwood, I've
Clint
watched
Eastwood or
all of his. I've watched Tombstone to the point where I've almost got Doc Holliday's lines memorized.
oh man, I've watched that movie so many damn times. I can probably speak every actor's line verbatim.
I've been watching the Lonesome Dove trilogy here lately.
Ooh.
Watched, well, I guess it's not a trilogy; it's a saga because I watched Dead Man's Walk a couple nights ago, and last night, or the night before last, I watched Comanche Moon. Last night, I watched Lonesome Dove, and then just for the chat, I was watching Streets of Laredo.
I haven't seen Comanche Moon yet.
Which
Oh, it's good.
6 Year Takes is watching Hondo right now. Which
Cool.
I've
Nice.
seen. There's one that has John Wayne in it, and then there's another one. I can't remember the other's name. It's Clint something or other. It's not Clint Eastwood. It's Clint. It's my grandmother's has it, and it's like freaking old as hell. It's on VHS.
I don't remember that one. My Hondo I remember is the one with John Wayne. Of course, it could have been one of those '90s remakes too.
Yeah. Why did they think they can remake John Wayne movies? I mean, the True Grit one was okay, but it still wasn't the John Wayne one.
Yep.
It's funny as they
I'll be right
James
back.
Arness did a remake of the hell is that John Wayne movie where they Red River. It was James Arness and Bruce Boxleitner. And in that entire remake, I don't think I saw a single horse.
Well, the only thing I liked about the remake is that he's actually carrying Colt Navies, not Colt 45s.
Yeah.
But you can tell they're cartridge converted, but still, I mean, they're the Richard Masons. But, they're not Colt Peacemakers trying to pretend to be Colt Navies.
What remake you talking about now?
The True Grit one.
Of
The one with, what's his name?
he does have a pair of Colt Navies that he has on the saddle, but he's also got a single action army on his side.
Yeah, but he actually, when it's the fill your hand, you son of a, he actually pulls the Colt Navies out.
Yeah, that scene sucked.
Yeah, John Wayne did it way better.
Yeah.
And also for a lot of people, that was like,
I mean, sporting two navies is okay, but when you're sporting a short-barreled 4440 and you got a lever-action rifle you're spinning in one hand and shooting them with the reins in your teeth, that's a hell of a lot better.
yeah, and also let's face it, I think that was the first movie I ever heard John Wayne cuss in.
Obviously, you ain't seen too many John Wayne movies.
I think that was the first one. But you gotta also remember, I watched it when I was like 10.
Because in the Cowboys, there's a lot of cursing in that.
Yeah, I watched True Grit before I ever watched the Cowboys.
Give me a second. I think somebody snuck into my house. I'll be right back.
We should have left the mic on that way in case we hear shooting. And Michael's not here, so I'm having to do all this crap. Squidload, I'm not sure which Clint it is. I have to look. It's at my grandmother's house, and she's not within walking distance. And it's the Hondo with John Wayne. Okay, I think I've seen that one. I think. So what y'all been up to this week, chat, since I'm the only one here, because I don't know where Michael went, and Dukes might be having to shoot somebody. I'm having to do some adjustments on my guns to make sure I didn't mess anything up. We see you, Michael.
We hear you, Michael, too. You didn't wash your hands.
So, did you have to shoot somebody and hide the body, Duke?
No. Being I live right next door to my grandmother, she comes over and uses my fridge a lot, so I didn't know if she'd come in my house or not, but it wasn't. It was my sister banging her car doors.
Ah. Y'all left me to entertain people, and that's not a very good idea.
Yeah. That's all right. I could hear what was going on.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, he got.
I lowered the front sight on this one just like a millimeter, like just basically flatten it off, and it's shooting more true to aim on both of. I mean, just at 30.
God dang it!
But I found this little app that I love. It's called Range Buddy. Catalogs your your range video so you can kind of tell where everything's going.
Ah.
It's a fun little thing.
Okay, well, it looks like it's going to be a little bit slow tonight because we're only 22 minutes in. Only got 10 people watching.
Yeah, hey, what's going on with y'all? Why are y'all being so slow? Come on, talk to us. Do it for the fizzy beard.
Hey,
6-shooter ass, do y'all shoot reduced black powder cartridges? I shoot the military cartridges out of my cartridge conversion. I'll shoot the full military balls to the wall bore.
if you're going to reduce your load in your black powder cartridge, you're going to want to do a filler in there. As long as you're compressing powder when you put the bullet in, as long as your bullet's touching powder, you're all right. But if you get an air gap in there, it'll overpressure.
You'll have you'll wait, and you could either bust the cartridge or weaken the cartridge in a spot where when you go to reload it, it'll crush on one side. I've had that happen to me once, just because I had the powder just right.
And that's that what Jeremy just described is the best case scenario in the event that you overpressure. Worst case, is you crack the barrel, which I seen somewhere. I think it was on one of the Facebook black powder groups. Somebody posted a video of a musket, and they must have had a squibber or something because it split the barrel right up the middle.
Or they try to load trouble. Austin. Hold on 1 second, guys.
What'd you do? Get a bloody nose?
Something. I said blood start coming out my nose. I think
Throw a tampon in there, and you'll be fine.
6-year Texan. What do you use for filler? Cream of wheat?
Cream of wheat works. I've used cornmeal. Thing about wheat and cornmeal is that they will become more solid, so they do. I wouldn't want to stick them in a bottleneck cartridge. Put it that way.
I've seen people use cornstarch.
Yeah.
Some people do like a Martini Henry thing, where they put a lube cookie in there.
Yeah, and I watched Iraq veteran 8888 load black powder Martini Henry, and then they didn't have enough powder, or he didn't have enough powder in there to fill the cartridge, so he took that quilt filler, that plastic quilt filler.
Oh, the acrylic stuff.
Yeah, and of course, when I'm doing that, the first thing I'm thinking is, yeah, you're gonna have molten plastic coat in the inside of your barrel, but seems like everybody that reloads them says that's the what to do. So
it'll push it out. It might melt like a little bit on it, but it'll end up just pushing the whole thing out.
Most of it's burnt away. I would use like Jake Away says, I've been testing using different fillers so far. He likes cork wads, same size as Wonder Wads, but no lube on them. Oh, that could work too.
Yep.
All right, I'm trying. I got that fixed. I didn't have to leave my kit. My first aid box is right there.
Shove a tampon in here and you'll be good.
I don't know what happened there. Oh,
Lever Guns 5110. He done up a load with I believe it's that 4198, which on that bullets cast bullet forum, that was one of the loads, the smokeless powder loads that I found for the 5095. But a lot of people were criticizing it because it's one of those powders that if it's not right up next to the primer, you don't get a full burn. So when you're racking it, you have to point the barrel up, rack it, and then to get all the powder to settle towards the back.
I use that in my 3030 because it's the only one I can load reduced enough with cast bullets that I don't get leading in the barrel.
Well,
Well,
couldn't you? Oh, hold on. I have a question. Couldn't you take a piece like a paper towel or something?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Put on top, to keep in that area.
Lever Guns. That's what he did. He took some just some toilet paper, regular toilet paper, and he cut like a strip, and he just kind of packed it down in there to just push all the powder, to the head, to the head, and push it up against the primer or against the flash hole. And ever since he's been doing that, he said he's been having real good groups and just all around, ignition and everything. So I was like, well, that's something to keep in mind if I end up loading up some smokeless loads for the 5095.
I'm thinking about getting some clays. Can't remember. It's supposed to be for shotgun and pistol.
Yeah, clay is good, but you want to be careful because it doesn't take much to get out of.
Yeah, I've got the
zone.
I've got the data for it already. I just have to. I'm gonna start at the smallest and work my way up slowly.
Clays and Trail Boss are two that doesn't take a whole lot to get into the danger zone with them.
Danger zone.
Well, yeah. I load mine at 6 grains, and that seems like it at the I'm getting about 800 to 50 out of my 8-inch barrel.
Yeah.
That's where it seems like.
I was talking with a guy, I think he was up in Rapid City is where I was talking with him at. He said on that Trail Boss, he says you get 0.2 of a grain out of whack or out of line, and he said that shit can go really bad.
Yep.
Of course, that was years ago, so they might have improved it, because back in the day, I mean,
It was
unpredictable. It was unpredictable powder. You couldn't get any consistency, but it might have improved in the last few years.
It was made by IMR. Now it's made by Hodgins, I believe. And Hodgins, I think, worked it out. It's honestly, when I loaded those copper jacketed hollow points up, I just put it up to the very end of it, of the bullet, to where it wouldn't, crush the powder or anything. But I didn't have no problem out of it at all. And I shot 3 times right in the back, boom, 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 no primer, nothing, no problem out of it at all.
The one guy I was talking to said with that, and I've never tested Trail Boss, so I don't know firsthand. I just know from what I've been told. And that guy said that, when he tested it, and again, this was several years ago, but he said it was very erratic. You cannot get the same. With the gun he was shooting, which I think he said it was a 45, it was a single action, 7.5-inch barrel. The spread on the different velocities was like 200 feet per second difference between the highest and the lowest with the exact same load.
Well, what bullet was he using? Was he using the right charge for the bullet? I mean,
oh yeah, you're talking about a guy that's been reloading for 40 fucking years, so he knew what he was doing. But just did not have a very good opinion of Trail Boss.
6-shooter didn't didn't Hodgin buy IMR? I think they did, didn't they? I'm not sure. I don't keep up with that crap.
They're all owned by DuPont, so.
Honestly, I don't probably. Honestly, 6-shooter Texan, I don't know. But no, as it seems like if you don't, from what I've heard and seen the last few years, it seems like as long as you don't crush it anymore, you're fine. What I'm having to do, because mine are supposed to be 200, right? When they cast out, that all of them come out. They come out at 210 instead of 200, and I don't know why. Don't know what. No matter how I cast them,
You're you're casting with a Lee aluminum block mold, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about as soon as I got it, they were 210.
They're getting heavy because them Lee aluminum blocks, once they get hot, aluminum expands out, which makes everything bigger, so you're getting bigger bullets.
Well, even if I just like take and ladle pour it in there, just and ditch the bad ones back into the pot just to get it warm, I still get 210 on average. 209, 209, 210.
Well, once that aluminum block is hot, I mean, all the bullets are going to come out once it expands to the size that it's happy at that temperature. All your bullets are going to come out the same. So as long as there's consistency, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but at the same time, here's the thing, dude. There's no low data for 45 Colt and 210 that I can find.
Load it for a 200, and as long as you aren't going and starting to overpressure, you're fine.
Yeah, that's what I started at, and then I just kind of slowly trickled up like 1 grain at a time until I found 6 grain. That Octane asked what bullet alloy am I using? 20-1. That's what they historically were casted in. 20 parts lead, pure lead, 1 part tin.
Yep.
According to the U.S. loading manual. Or ordinance, however you want to call it.
Patrick Buchanan says, I use H4895 and 4570 and 3030. I didn't have any luck with H4198. I did, but like I said, I'm using a hard cast lead bullet, and so I've got to have a light load. And at 50 yards, I mean, I can shoot a group like that, but I was making planking rounds for my dad to shoot with too, and we wasn't looking for anything to go hunting with. If I was going to go hunting, I'd use a different powder and pull it all together. But with that 4198, I mean, I can shoot it and I don't have to worry about leading up my barrel. Doesn't take a whole lot of powder, and the bullets I got for fairly cheap, so I can plank for cheap. I ain't worried about being accurate. I'm just planking.
6-shooter says he uses 2.6 grain of Trail Boss in his 32 H&R.
Yeah, that ain't a lot of powder.
If I'm not mistaken, that's not a lot of bullet.
This is true. This is very, very true.
But I also could be wrong. I don't know every freaking bullet, out there. I just know what I'm got, and I know it very well. Well, try to anyway.
Well, Michael must be pouring another glass. I heard that cork come out.
And I'm trying to do what you and Dustin do, trying to be more historical about it. But I casted up some wheel because I had some wheel weights just laying around. I casted those up and tried those out last time. I went shooting for 45 Colt. Out of those Piettas, shooting the black powder or Trail Boss, I have no problem.
You gotta be careful when you cast with wheel weights. Because I used wheel weights for a long time. Then I got a zinc one in my pot. And zinc will fuck up lead so goddamn fast, it's not even funny.
I take it, and if it has any kind of plastic coating, it goes into a bucket. and then I take it. If I can't break it with my hand, it goes into another bucket of hard lead. Hard lead, too hard of lead or zinc. So if I can't, like I said, if I can't bend it or break it, it goes, it goes into two different buckets.
God. I used to work with a guy. His dad was running a little gun shop, and his dad passed away. They closed the shop, and he brought me a bunch of lead and stuff because his dad was in casting. He made his own shot. I wish I could have got the shot maker that he had. Oh, I would have loved to have had that. But anyway, I got all that stuff, and he gave me a bunch of that lead, and then I've got probably 20 pounds of metal that I don't know what's what. Some of it's hard cast lead with antimony in it, and there's some blocks that I think might be tin. I don't know. They could be antimony, but they're not lead. Because they aren't as heavy. They're the same size of brick, but they're not as heavy as the lead ones. And they shine different. They sound different when you tap them. So I don't know what they are.
You just have to, honestly, you have to do your research on it, see which one, which is which, or have someone that knows come over and look at them.
Yeah, do a chemical analysis on them, but they get spendy.
Yeah. But 6-shooter Texas says it's a 78 grain round nose. That's, yeah. Shoot, I was shooting 36 calibers. I had more weight on it. I could go into they might be linotype. That's real hard lead.
Mm-hmm.
I love how I make my 20-to-1 mix. I just use those tape on wheel weights, and it seems like it works. After I let it sit there for about 30 minutes and scrape off anything that's on top, it comes out 20 to 1, around 20-to-1. Lead 10. I mean, but if you've got a 36 caliber round ball, you've got triple-aught buck.
Yeah.
So I think 32 is aught buck or a double-aught buck, something like that.
32 caliber is single-aught or double-aught. It's double-aught.
Yeah.
Because I could buy 50 pounds of double-aught buckshot and have enough bullets for my little 32 pocket model to last me a lifetime. But that little 32 is such a cap jammer, I don't really care to shoot it all that much.
Oh, have you tried those that video that we saw where they took those little toy caps?
I haven't tried that. No.
I'm gonna next time I go out, I'm gonna try it because they're like I found some they're like $1 or $2 here at my house, where I'm at. I mean that's not bad. I mean if it works, shoot, I'll clean them extra good.
6-shooter says he buys from Rhoda Metals. Yeah, I got 25 pounds of lead from them that's sitting in my house, but I've also got 150 pounds of lead that's just scrap that I've got around too that was given to me. So,
for those who don't,
kind of quiet over there, Michael. You feeling all right?
I'm good.
Okay.
Well, for those who don't know, I've got into the leather making gig somehow. Just because I said, yeah, I can make you a collar. And then I got so as soon as I get the down deposits on this stuff, I'm going to be going out and making some dog collars.
Yeah, well, we won't get into what the dog collars are going to be used for.
Yeah. Let's just say they're a special kind of dog collars. And here's the thing. You were telling me about the Tandy leather, right?
Yeah.
I've got one 2 hours away from me, and I can go save myself some shipping from all the leather I'm going to need.
And you can select the leather and get a better variety because sometimes Tandy sends you jack shit.
Yeah.
I'm just going to show folks on the topic of leather.
I was gonna pick me up a shoulder so I could. I should be able to get 2 holsters out of that, shouldn't I?
Oh, easily. Yeah. I buy double shoulders, and I can get, if I make it a Slim Jim holsters, I can get 10 or 12 out of a pair of double shoulders. If I'm making the flap holsters, I get 7 or 8. But speaking of the holsters, got a working holster now. It's out of the prototype stage, although I'm still playing around with the toe plugs on them. But if you have an 1851 Navy that you want a holster for, I've got a holster designed for that. Will also fit the Army, though it won't be as snug because this toe plug almost comes right up to the muzzle on this this Navy model. But this one's designed that the throat profile here that goes around the trigger guard, that actually, once I get them made, this one's not quite done yet. I've got to do a little finishing, but this will actually be formed around, and that actually kind of loops around the trigger guard to help snug the holster in a little bit tighter. But these are snug. Because I've learned at living history events, there's nothing more annoying when you bend over and your gun falls out. So I've made them snug so that they don't. And they'll loosen up with time. You just got to
a little hog fat rubbed on the inside. It helps.
I'd use lard instead of hog fat, but
same thing. But
anyway, if you want one of these, email me, DukeFrazierProductions@gmail.com. I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 or 4 that I got to sew up yet, and 3 or 4 more that are done. But just email me, and we'll see what we can do for you. And I've got tons of other holsters too.
Yeah, I'm working on a Colt Walker design, but one of my friends has one. He's letting me borrow, so after I get some scrap leather to work on, after I got it done, I was gonna send you to the design and.
The military. I don't know if I showed this one off yet.
Yeah, he doesn't want the military. He wants just like a Slim Jim style, but it has that little leather loop onto it, rawhide loop on it. And he wants it form fitted and all that stuff.
Oh, I don't form fit. That's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
That is a real
6-shooter Texas asked, can you make it a cross draw in cross draw?
Yeah, this one's a cross draw.
Yeah. And if you couldn't, I can do. I mean, that wouldn't be hard for me to do.
This one's set up to where it sits about this angle. So you can wear it as a cross draw. And these carry better as a cross draw anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But this is a prototype. I've got a couple cut out. I'm just trying to, because the whole rivet thing doesn't really work well for this, in my opinion. And this is supposed to be a copy of a Walker holster, an actual Walker holster, military style. So I've got this one prototyped. I've got a few more cut out. If you're looking for a Walker holster, I can make one of these for you. This is also set up to be cross draw, or you can wear it as cross draw, but it's carried straight up and down because the original photograph that I found this design in, that's how it was set. It was in the cross draw fashion, but the holster was straight up and down. But this one, it fits the Walker just perfect.
Dude, what I'm gonna be doing, so I don't cut into your holster business. I'm gonna be making the stuff that used the other stuff that went on. This is a prototype musket primer cap holder. That's 100 caps in there.
Hang on a second, Jeremy. Let me highlight you there.
All right.
Hold it up here again.
All right. There's 100 musket caps in there. This is just a prototype. You know, I used crappy leather, that felty kind of leather.
Oh, yeah, chrome can.
Yeah, just so I can get it worked out how it needs to be done and everything, right? But this is not the way, you know, it's just got the single loop back here. I'm going to be making leather. Hold on, get this off my belt. If I can. Oh, here. I'm going to be making cartridge boxes, and this I took the block out of this one. For like to hold your rifle cartridges like loosely in there, like for like the metal casings, not the. This is boot leather. I was out of this kind of leather. Hold on, I've got a phone call come in. Hold on 1 second.
All right. Octagon Garage says he likes the Walker holster. We'll send me an email, and we'll see what we can work out if you want one bad enough. JH586, what's happening, fellas? How y'all?
Hey, Jamie.
How you doing? It is a quiet night over here. So, speaking of holsters, and this is what's going to take us into the topic tonight. For all y'all that out there that have one of the Pattersons, which I don't know, never heard anybody say anything about having a Patterson. But anyway, you got a Patterson. I'm going to be able to make the 9-inch holsters here pretty quick. You want one of them? If you have the older Berta 7.5-inch, I've got a pattern for that as well. It fits my Patterson like a glove. Actually, it's a little bit on the loose side. It can be a little tighter, but it works. And speaking on the Pattersons, talked with EMF yesterday because I ordered a couple of cylinders from them, Patterson cylinders, and the Pattersons will be coming back into stock a little bit later on here in the year. And the price on them for this year is $780, and they said to expect them to go up again at the beginning of the next year. So at the beginning of 2020, they'll go up price again. So if you want a Patterson, I'd be back ordering it now. I know they're pretty spendy, but they're getting ridiculously spendy. But get them now before they get up too high. The Lamats, I looked at the price of a Lamat through EMF, and they're $1,400. So you'll never see a Lamat on this channel unless somebody wants to give me one, or I can find one for a lot cheaper than $700. But I'm not spending $1,400 on a gun I'd shoot for one video, and that'd be it. Michael, you don't have the chat available, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Jamie asked how your dad was.
Oh, he's doing okay, I suppose. You know, got his good days and his bad days. Appreciate you asking, though.
As long as he's on the right side of the grass, he's having a good day.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Squibload asked, "Do the holsters come in different colors, dude?" Yeah, I got black. Currently, right now, I got black and dark brown. I can do just natural neat's foot oil, so that's what this is natural neat's foot, and it's darkened with age, just being in the sunlight, because I wear this every day at work. And it will darken on its own. But I can do just natural neat's foot. I can do black. I can do dark brown. I've got medium brown and light brown coming in. I'm going to start offering those. If you want to get crazy, I do have green, and I do have yellow, and I do have this kind of ox blood red color, if you're interested in that. So if you want to get real fancy, I've got those colors too. But for the most part, I'm offering them in black, dark brown, medium brown, light brown, natural. So whatever you got, I can do that in. Or if you want to make a special request, I can order the dye. Dye's not expensive. I won't charge you anything extra for that. But yeah, they just and if you want to order one, just email me. We can figure out colors and such. Oh, and Jamie said he was heading to bed. So, Jamie, we're glad you stopped in for a few minutes.
Yep. Have a good night, Jamie.
So, on the Pattersons, the subject of tonight's discussion is, and apparently YouTube, no, YouTube didn't do that. I remember I typed it now. Anyway, never mind. But we was going to talk about Sam Colt and Texas and how the two kind of played in together. And it all starts with this gun right here. Michael, you're from Texas, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, what part?
I am from the Rio Grande Valley.
Okay. So that's El Paso?
No, that's way south, like near that's McAllen, Brownsville, Edinburgh area.
Oh, okay. So you're right down there in Palo Alto and not too far from the coast.
Yeah.
Down there where the Mexican War got started at.
Pretty much, yeah. So a bit further southwest from Houston and Austin, obviously. So there was a lot of naval movement, being that it was closer to the Gulf of Mexico, right off of I was about maybe 45 minutes from South Padre Island.
Okay.
Which, I mean, there was some movement down there, but most of it was near Galveston Island and Houston. Galveston is basically about 10 minutes, south towards the Gulf from Houston.
Right.
And there's actually an old bunker there on Galveston Island that was used during the Mexican-American War, and then used later again in the around World War II to prevent Japanese ships from coming into the Gulf.
Nice. But the Brownsville, if I remember right, that's as far south from Texas as you can get, right?
Just about.
Yeah.
There's a couple other towns, a little further south. Port Isabel is the port town, mainland from
right.
South Padre. And then there's a few other little towns, between there and Brownsville.
Okay, I'm not thinking of Brownsville. I'm thinking of Port Isabel is what I was thinking of in that area. So basically right across from Matamoros.
Yep.
That's in that vicinity. That's where Palo Alto is. So if you're not familiar, and this is where Sam Colt and everything gets tied in with Texas, Palo Alto is where the Mexican-American War basically begins. We invade south of the Nueces River, which is what Mexico recognizes as the boundary between Mexico and Texas. We recognize the Texan claim of the Rio Grande. So in early 1846, Zachary Taylor is told to march his troops down into the Nueces Strip. He establishes himself down in the vicinity of Port Isabel. And then you get fortress established Palo Alto. And that's when the Mexicans jump the border and say hostilities have commenced. And there's quite a bit of ferocious fighting that goes on for quite a while. And during this time, the Texas Rangers especially Jack Hayes's men, become involved with the United States Army. They basically become a volunteer unit in the United States Army. And this is also where Sam Colt comes, or not, excuse me, not Sam Colt, Sam Walker. So Sam Walker, during this time frame, early 1846, gets appointed as captain of the new United States Mounted Rifles. That's when he goes west, or excuse me, goes back east. God, it is late tonight, and I can't think straight. Goes back west and gets in contact with Sam Colt to have these designed. Meanwhile, them Texans down there are kicking Mexican butt with these. Jack Hayes is down there fighting with them. And they play a big role in taking over Matamoros. But anyway, Sam Colt's revolvers get their taste of war in the Mexican War. And then, of course, once Sam Walker goes back to Sam Colt, they get these designed. These get sent later in 1847. However, this gun was not issued as regular to Sam Walker's unit like he was supposed to be. This gun never got issued to the United States Mounted Rifles that I've seen during the Mexican War. Now, after the Mexican War, they did, and some of the Dragoons got them. But during the Mexican War, Jack Hayes' Texas Mounted Rifles are the ones that wound up with a majority of the Walkers.
I'm back. That was.
Hi, Jeremy.
Let's say that wasn't a pleasant phone call.
X again?
No. I don't really want to talk about that, what happened, because it's not good. Let's just say that much. But
Yeah,
what did I not show off so I can get back on happier topics?
Michael Horn again.
Yeah.
Didn't hear the cork.
Yeah. He's got himself muted.
Yeah, I was muted.
That's fine.
I did show off this little for metallic cartridge, right?
Yeah, you did show that off.
I'm also going to be, like I said, all that I'm showing are the prototypes. I'm using the cheap leather that I had extra. I already finished something, and I had a whole bunch extra. This one, both of these are going to have button loops like they're supposed to have, button snaps. And this is for holding your cartridge blocks. It's supposed to hold 6, but I've only run out of material, so it only holds 4. But when I actually get the right material, these will be made. But yeah, these are the prototypes. I didn't put that snap right in the right spot. But what do you think of them so far?
Oh, they look all right. Not bad.
This was based off the British design for the Henry Martinis. You know, I don't see a lot.
Once you start working with that heavier leather, you can make them really, really rigid.
Yeah, this is old boot leather.
Right.
It's vegetable tan too, so it's very flexible.
Well, veg tan should be stiff. Chrome tan is flexible.
That's right. Not veg tan, chrome tan. Yeah, this was made for boots, and the boot blew out, and I repurposed it, prototype it. But it works. It holds, this right here holds 30, 45, I think. And it also works for my 5460, so I'm going to keep it for myself. I'm just going to dye it. And it's
I use a heavier 8 to 9 ounce veg tan for my holsters, and they make really, really sturdy holsters.
Yeah, that's I'm going to be getting. It's like I think it's like.
And if you want to put rawhide, rawhide is the kydex of the Old West,
school.
but the problem with it is if you use it for a holster and your body sweats, it deforms.
It forms it extrally.
Yeah. Yeah, this one I made 2 years ago. and I've worn it on my belt every day for 2 years. No, I just made this last year. Last year's when I made this one. Anyway, I've worn it on my belt for a year and a half now or so. And, I wear it every day and it sweats and it warps. So I know a lot of Native Americans made their holsters and stuff out of rawhide, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're going to make stuff out of traditional things unless you line it. Because rawhide's very rough, and I wouldn't wear it every day because that's what's going to wind up happening to it is it's going to get all kinds of deformed.
Squibload asked, I don't know if you answered it or not because I was on the phone. Do your
Yeah,
hosts have different colors?
Yeah, I answered that one on him.
Well, do they? I didn't hear the answer.
Oh, well, you should have been listening instead of yakking on the phone. Jesus.
Hey, it was an important call, man.
Yeah, I know. Just give me shit. Black, dark brown, medium brown, and light brown, and also natural. And if by request, I can make them red, green, or yellow. I've got those dyed colors too.
Yeah, this is the only holster I've ever made.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
If it holds a gun and it does its job, it's a good holster.
It was originally for the Navy, and then I had to re-soak it to fit the Navy Remington. But the only problem with it is, and the reason I'm getting another one is, like I said, it was meant for the Navy, and the Navy ended right there. And yeah, it's a little short.
Just get a hacksaw.
Put in trim off the excess. What was that?
Just get a hacksaw and cut the barrel off.
Then I have to remove the sights.
No, you don't. You're not going to hang anything on a Remington anyway, so you might as well just file the sights off.
Hey, I can put it in a 4-inch grouping at 35 yards. Offhand.
I can take a Colt and shoot a 1-inch group at 30 yards, although I got to use a bench rest because I ain't that good offhand.
Mm-hmm. I shoot everything offhand because that's the way I'm going to be doing it. And, when I go hunting, so might as well get the practice in. I'll put this here. Then I'm a Dutch oven, which will hopefully, as soon as it stops raining, being fucking hotter than hell.
All right, well, the chat has kind of dried up here.
But yeah, as soon as I get the stuff, I'll be announcing that stuff. I think it's set to come out Friday or this week or next week. I'm not sure.
Speaking, yeah. Glad you reminded me because I forgot. I was supposed to have a video up last week, and didn't happen. I'm going to try to get that done tomorrow. We'll get caught back up again. But, yeah, the reassembly of the Berta Cattleman. So, for those of you that have taken apart your Cattleman or waiting for me to show you how to put it back together, I'm going to try to get that video done tomorrow. Just be patient with me on that. I've just been so busy and it's been so hot, and I've been trying to get holsters done so I can have a little extra income so I can get my damn credit card bill paid off so I can keep doing YouTube videos. But yeah, we're gonna try to get those done here in the near future.
I'm gonna be doing. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I said I'm gonna be doing this kind of stuff just to kind of help fund buying new guns and stuff, so I can have other than Sharps, Remingtons, and all that stuff, same guns over and over and over again.
Well, I'm gonna have a new Patterson coming in for the channel, so I gotta get some cash flowing. It's coming in here pretty quick. So I think Friday, because took this week off, so I've got a few days here I can screw around yet. But Friday morning, I'm going to go to the range and I'm going to do some more filming because I took that lever action shotgun out and I filmed for it, but I screwed up and I plugged microphone into the wrong jack. Instead of putting it into the microphone jack, I put it in the headphone jack, so my audio was all screwed up. So I got to go out and refilm for those. But yeah, I've got enough stuff to keep me going through middle of next year for videos. I just got to take the time and go out and film it.
Well, if I get any orders, I'll be making those into videos as well. But Jakeaway asked a pretty good question, and I've got how I do it. I don't know how y'all do it, but he asked, speaking of range videos, how do you test if one of your chambers in a revolver isn't shooting the same point of aim? I take each cylinder and I have it marked. I put a little scratch on the side because I got touch-up bluing, and that's the little scratch tells me which chamber I'm testing. And I do that one about 15 times, see where it's shooting, and then you move to the one next to it. Or I'll put magic marker on it, something that come off easy. Or just know which chamber it is and shoot that one about 15, 20 times, and then move on to the next one.
The quickest way to tell if a chamber is going to be shooting the same POA as the others, run a bore cam down through it and make sure that chamber is actually lining up with the barrel, because that's what's wrong with my Uberti Remington. There's not a single chamber that is fit to the barrel. The chambers are undersized. And on my Uberti 1860, the reason why it has one that throws a real wild flare is because the chamber does not actually come around and fully line up. If you look, there's a half moon on one side when you run a bore cam down through it, because it's not lined up right.
That's why this one is for 45 Colt. The chamber that on it was for 453. It's supposed to take 454 round balls, right? But the barrel is for 452. So I was getting it would go boom, boom. You could feel it, the ball hitting that forcing cone hard. But as soon as I started shooting 45 Colts out of it, so that's why this one's just purely 45 Colt, and it's unloaded for everybody.
In my third model Dragoon, we won't even get into what's wrong with the chambers on that son of a bitch.
But here's the thing: both of the percussion cylinders I have work perfectly in this one, though.
Good.
So I can I'm going to be making. Someone asked, "Is your Patterson a Uberti?" And if I'm not mistaken, it is.
My current one is. The new one that's going to be coming in is a Pieta. Yeah, so that's why we was discussing the price on the Pietas. I actually got lucky and I found one that was for the $600 price.
Yeah.
So I ordered that son of a gun. I got my hands on it as quick as I could. I couldn't really afford to do it, but I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity to get it at that price compared to the $780, basically $800 it's going to be to go through EMF. And talked to Cimarron about trying to get the Patterson, see if they could get Uberti to do it back up. And the guy that I talked to said that they had no desire to ever touch a Patterson ever again. So I thought, yeah, well, as long as we got them coming from somebody, I guess. But it'd be nice if they could get Uberti to make some again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny is Cimarron told me that nobody wants to buy the Patterson revolvers. And I talked to EMF, and EMF told me they said they can't hardly keep them on their shelves when they do get them in.
There's another one you could test cylinders. Just basically take the nipples, each one out until the one, except for the one you want to check.
Right.
And then, have the bore take the hammering out. So basically you've got the bore and this, and you can just kind of look down it if you don't have a bore cam. And Michael back that way, you got light, and you can kind of see if it's you got anything on the excess. You got that hole shining light through. You can kind of see what's going on. Not as good as a bore cam, but it's a cheap alternative.
Michael didn't say adios.
I think he might got a phone call or something happened. His battery died, something.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
Hope everything's all right with him.
Jakeaway asks, how do you mark the shots on a target? Video it or mark it after each shot?
I'd video it. I'd stick a camera right on the target and keep track of which one goes first.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're using a single shot, I mean, it's not that hard. Yeah.
That's why I got 2 cameras. I got a junk camera that does just perfect for being a target camera, and then I've got my main camera.
State Shooter says he uses his patent mark as the number 1 cylinder. Yeah, that's a good way to also to help keep up. But I think Jake Way, the reason why he was asking about that POA, because some people do cap and ball shooting competitions. There's one here in Arkansas that I was hoping to go to. Jake Way said he tried that and the target cam battery died. Well, don't stay out there 12 hours. That's how long mine battery. Or go get you one of those battery bank things. I just noticed that my camera's off, but oh well.
My target camera lasts about an hour and a half. My main camera, the new battery I got on it, it'll last 5 hours.
Both my cameras take the same kind of port. I just take battery bank out there. One gets low, and just slap that on there. And it keeps it going for a little while longer. But I only use one camera at a time because I don't have an app to splice videos together. I need to invest in that. Steven says 45 Colt is an awesome gun. 45 is a caliber, Steven. Not to be, an asshole about it, but, it's a caliber. It's an awesome caliber in a gun, yeah, especially handgun.
Well, technically, the single action army was 45 Colt. It didn't become anything else until quite a little ways afterwards.
I think it was asked by a lot of people to be 4440, the same caliber as their rifle.
As a Winchester, yeah, but that was quite a few years later.
Oh, he said that's what he meant. It's been a long day. I wasn't trying to be an ass, Steven, but everything I say comes out that way, so. Yeah.
Yep. Jake was right. 45 Colt is a cartridge.
What? Yeah, it's been, like you said, it's been a long day. Jake Way says if its flyers are always the same, that's the one he uses for his cowboy loads empty. Some guns, some caliber models of guns, you don't have to use the cowboy load, but I just do it for like when I'm making videos, because if I don't, oh my goodness, do I get bitched out about it. I have to.
People have a problem with loading 5, and I just tell them that it's my channel, my rules, and if they don't like it, they can watch somebody else's channel.
Yeah. Plowboy. And Colt 45 is malt liquor. Yes. Take away. I'm with Plowboy. I wish Plowboy was on here. I think he has his grandkids, I think, is what he said earlier.
He's not he's indisposed, I'll say that. And Dustin, I asked Dustin, he's actually teaching a concealed carry class tonight, so he was out.
Yeah, I see. I think you made us a group, so you would only have to send it in one spot instead of having to send it like 12 different places. I need to do that myself. I might just use the same group. Save my ass time. Plowboy says you'll be seeing granddaughter swinging from the ceiling fence. I have a feeling I know why he drinks now. He has granddaughters. My granddaughter. Granddaughters. But I sure hate.
who it was that said, the best form of birth control is somebody else's kids. All I gotta do is look at my nieces, and I'm glad I don't have any of my own.
Someone last week, my buddy asked me if he should get a 308 win or 308 Lupu for deer. Depends on the range, in my opinion. Because if he's having to make 1,000-yard shots on deer, I would say yes, but if anything under 500, no. No bad no.
What now?
308 win or 338 Lapua for deer. Like I said, if he's having to make some long ass shot.
Oh, 308 is plenty for deer. 338 is a little overkill, but
Yeah. Well, I know there's 308 and 308 Win Mag.
yeah, no, 308 Winchester is just basically a 6.5. Well, it's what the 6.5 Creedmoor is based off of what I've got.
Yeah. Well, he says he's hunting 50 yards, 30-30, honestly.
Yeah, 30-30 will get the job done. 308 will do the job too, but 308 would be better off a little further out so that bullet has time to slow down enough to get to where it'll actually expand inside of the body cavity instead of punching through before it has a chance to.
Yeah, but like Plowboy says, if he's only got those two choices, 308. Yeah, but I would get like maybe something that has like helps it expand. I'm trying to think. Doesn't
The
Remington
308 and the 338 will do the same thing at 1,000 yards. Only I think 338 is probably a little more accurate. However, 308 is a lot cheaper to shoot than 338.
Oh yeah. Plowboy says he likes the blunt 30-30 bullet better. Yeah. But Plowboy, I hate to say this. I feel sorry for any of your granddaughters' boyfriends if they hurt one of them. So I have a feeling I know what will happen. He won't be the only ghost hanging around. Jake Away says he's using a 243 and killed a few deer. 243 is not that bad, but never had an exit hold. You even if you're using factory ammunition at 308 or 7mm, I would still have reload for myself just because that's cheaper that way. Honestly, you get a cheap box. You find where your gun's kind of shooting, then you work up and get it working right. It just also depends. Sometimes factory loads suck. Michael's phone died. He's gonna call it a night.
Yeah, it was good to have you on, Michael. Maybe we'll catch you on the next one.
I think he had a little too much all at once as he popped that cork quick. Oh. What was it? What were you talking about?
I don't even remember. It's getting late.
Yeah, same here. No, it's sure, just tired. Moonshines will make you real tired real quick if you're not careful. Oh, I'd love some moonshine right now, though. I got some moon.
Oh.
Sure you can, Michael. Everyone says that until they get to till they hit the Uncle Heem.
Oh, let's see. Jake Way says I reload for 308, 65 Creedmoor, 260 Ram, 270 Win, and of course 45 Colt. Used to load for 30, 30, 30-06, and 7mm odd 8, but sold those guns. Yeah, I reload. Mostly what I've been reloading lately is my 6.5 Creedmoor, and I've got to get out and test some rounds with it. I've got them somewhere in here, but yeah, the more cartridges I get for reloading, the more I realize I should just get one freaking cartridge, and that's stick with it.
I've been mainly making up 50 cal paper cartridges. Well, at least get in the tube so I can throw the powder charge in it later.
Jordan Bell and Ray Land just joined in. Hi to Ray and Jordan.
Plowboy says you almost not be watching Yellowstone since it's on at the start time of the stream. No, I don't have cable.
Yeah, if it's that one with Kevin Costner, I'm not a fan of Kevin Costner anyway. So.
Night squib load. Oh. All right, Michael, go on to bed now. Take your drunk ass to bed. I'm gonna hear about this tomorrow. Oh well.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's that drunk.
I'm just fucking with him. Oh, Jakeway says late. I'm on the East Coast time.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're at 11 o'clock. You're going to be midnight here before too long. Well, it's kind of getting slow over here, so I think we're probably going to shut this down in about 7-8 minutes.
It's been slow.
Yeah, it's been slow tonight, so we're going to change some stuff up next time, I think.
Okay. Plowboy says he's not the biggest Costner fan either, but it's something to watch that ain't full of fruits. It just seems like every time reason I got rid of my cable, it seems like I was paying $75 to watch a bunch of BS that I could get for free on my Facebook. You know? So I just said screw it. Hey, Raylan, I just saw your comment pop up. I'm mostly on MeWe now, Plowboy. It's a lot freer. A lot freer, if you get my drift.
Yeah, the only reason I'm on Facebook is because that's where where most of my people I know and network with are at. So
we got a good question, but Jakeway says he's watched this live event from hotels in Georgia. I forgot what MA is. Iowa, Illinois, and once from his home in Tennessee. You guys are the best entertainment on Wednesday night. We're entertainment? I thought it was just 3 drunk guys on here talking. Well, for once, I'm sober. Serpent asks, if you were the hero or anti-hero of a Western, what would your guns of choice be?
Oh, I'd say Colt single action or a Schofield.
I have a question for you, Serpent. What time period are we supposed to be doing this in? Because that also, because if it's the start of Captain Ball era, I'd be rocking a Colt Patterson. If it's a little later, I'd probably be running a Schofield, just because of that quick action, ejects action. And then maybe Sharps and some, I think it was like 5110 with also maybe a lever gun. Sharps for long range and lever gun for close. I would love to have a little Matt revolver.
Serpent, if you're sitting in the 1890s, I'd still be Colt Single Action Army and Schofield.
I'd be rocking dual Schofields, Sharps, and a lever gun, and the same caliber as my pistols.
Well, for a rifle, I'd probably be sporting a 76 Winchester.
Well, the lever guns for when I have to shoot a lot of bullets, a lot of bullets fast. Sharps for precision shooting, and the two pistols for when both of the lever guns out of ammo. So it'll be easier to reload those Schofields fast, up to 6, while you're breaking the other one open.
All right, little gents, ladies and gents. I'm gonna shut the live chat down here at 9:30 because I still got to do some stuff here tonight. So get your questions in if you got them. We'll answer questions and up until 9:30-ish. Might go over a little bit. Whatever you got, ask away.
Marlin 4570. Goodness gracious. I would love to have a 4570 rifle.
Plowboy, Marlin 95 and 4570 would be appropriate. They were in 4570, some of them.
6-shooter, we've still got a few minutes. If you got a question, ask it. I mean, we'll answer it. He does I pick the oddball stuff.
Merwin Hulberts are good revolvers too. I wish somebody made a good copy of them.
Does anyone even make a crappy copy of them?
There was people, or some company was going to make copies of them, and they took a bunch of money from people, and then it fell through, and they never sent any money back. So
My butt would be suing.
yeah. And Jacob, I've got the Colt double barrel. It's a Cimarron copy, but it works as long as you don't use cheap Winchester shells or cheap Fiocchi or cheap Cellar and Beloy. And
Basically, you get to buy the high dollar stuff or reload your own.
no, it'll use cheap Remington, cheap Federal. It'll use the Winchester double A's, all right.
It's a 12 gauge, right?
Yeah.
I have a question. How prevalent was the 20 gauge in the
I'm not very up to date on shotguns. I know in the flintlock era, there was a lot of 20 gauge guns then in the flintlock area because everything, most smoothbores were 62.
that would be about
Most of 1800s, most they see is 10 and 12 gauge.
well, most smoothbores you could I think they were all liked a lot because you could either load a ball into it or shot into it. It depends on what you were hunting.
Yeah.
You want to go for squirrels, you loaded small shot. You loaded small shot. You loaded your shot.
But
deer or something. But those people back then, they knew where their rifles were shooting at, like I think like 200 yards. I think that's where they set their zero at.
As for 20 gauge in the cartridge era, I honestly couldn't tell you. I just know that the Texas Rangers, when they was carrying muzzleloading shotguns during the Mexican War, a lot of them liked the 10 and 12 gauge shotguns.
Oh yeah.
Jake, well, yeah, 16 gauge is hard to find. I remember when I was a kid, that's what I hunted with. I started out with a single shot 16. I could go to Walmart, and with 1 week's paycheck, I could buy all the shells I needed for one hunting season. Nowadays, when you find, I'm lucky to get one 25 round box for $20.
You'd probably have to buy the best probably way he could do it is reload black powder ones, save his shells. If you find them, or find brass ones.
The shotgun's made in 1920, and it's not a Damascus twist. You could handle modern smokeless powder as long as you don't get too hot with it.
Yeah. I've got some 20 gauge loaded up with Trail Boss to try that out because I haven't found any load data. I'm going to give it a shot.
There's no load data because that Trail Boss is not a shotgun powder. That's pistol or rifle.
I loaded it. I only took like a 45 case, filled it full, and just put it in there. No compression, no nothing. Just kind of loaded it like I would black powder. Just glue the super glue at the top.
Yeah, you're gonna blow something up.
It's, it's not that heavy of a charge. Not like I said, it's not compressed or anything.
Yeah, but you're shooting a 1 ounce shot.
No, I'm shooting a half ounce shots out of it.
That's see, ounces, how many grains? God, I can't even remember. There's 7,000 grains to a pound, 16 ounces to a pound, so 7,000 divided by 16. There's 437 grains to an ounce. You're cutting that in half. So that's 218 grains.
Like I said, it's just cardboard. 2 cardboard cutouts sit on top of that. The shot, then 2 more cut cardboards, and then glue on the top. No crimping, no nothing.
Anyways, we're going to shut this down for tonight, gents. So we thank you for joining us again. Catch us next week, same time, same place, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. We're going to change things out. I think we're going to try to change some things up again next week. So anyway, we're going to shut it down. So thanks again for joining us. Thanks to Jeremy and Michael. Michael had to sign off because his phone died. And we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, see you next week.